All right. That's Buster. I'm me. Here we are at a day job. There's Buster. We're going from Durango, Colorado to Albuquerque. And here's Durango from flightsim.to. Pretty cool. Did a nice job. I actually called for a fuel truck and it came from way over there. Came all the way down the taxiway to refuel us. Pretty cool. Let's go ahead and get a pushback by our friends at Ambitious Pilots. Let's go ahead and get a manual pushback. Let's release our parking brake. Yeah, so here we go. Got a pretty clear day. VFR out of the way. We did file IFR though. Sitting here in the black square analog steam gauge analog Caravan. Awesome aircraft. Let's start them up with just our battery today. I'll be good. Thank you guys. All right, what do we got? Well, pretty full load. We went to the POH, the Pilot Operating Handbook, and we kind of saw what we needed to do to put in 300 or 3,150 pounds of payload. So you can see we pretty much got our numbers for the cargo pods, cargo captain or cabin, but then we're just kind of guessing because these passengers really should be cargo areas. I think there's 1 through 6, not the pod but the actual cabin. And so yeah, this cabin is separated into I think 6 spots in the Pilot Operating Handbook, and they give you some weights per each. So anyway, we just went ahead and did 200 pounds. We felt that maybe that was 400 pounds each section. We felt pretty good about that. Cargo pod is straight out of the Pilot Operating Handbook. So anyway, yeah, so that's what we got. 907 pounds of fuel. So you can see, you know, it's not a far flight. I think we packed about 2 hours and 45 on the Endurance, but it's an hour and 15. Let's go ahead and see. Ourselves into the cockpit. Okay, so hour and 2 in the air, 334 pounds of fuel, 15 extra minutes, 81 pounds. Santa Fe is the alternate, not very far, 36 minutes, 200 pounds. And then our 45 minutes of extra. So you see 841 plus 60 pounds of taxi time. So you can see where we're at. And so probably have about an hour and a half for, or at least an hour and 15 minutes for alternate and financial reserve. You know, for our reserve. So anyway, final reserve. Excuse me. So there we are. There's our block. 901, we have 907. So a gallon extra. We're +1, so our winds will be prevailing out of the east at 009er. Ground speeds are pegged at around 162, 165. So should be a pretty non-eventful flight down to Albuquerque. Weather at Durango. Hardly any wind. Love it. 000 at 0. 10 statute miles. Clear. I mean, boy, can't get any more vanilla than that, and it's cool. The only thing different is, you know, we're not 29.902, we're 30.02. Oh well. Couldn't be perfect. A little chilly out too. 0.6 degrees Celsius. How things looking at our destination, Albuquerque? .070, 21 gusting to 30. Oof. Okay. Few are at 4,000 feet, and then we got broken 9,500. We are looking at flight level 190 today for our cruise. What's that, Buster? You don't think we'll make it with the load that we have, Buster? I know. We're going to climb out probably pretty slow. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But anyway, Durango DWP Studios, just a shout out for them for the flightsim.to airport here at Durango. I like it. I like it. Oh, let me get the ATIS, or not the ATIS, the altimeter's 29er, 9er, 8. And I keep breaking my lead, and I don't have any more lead now. I hate these pencils. Oh yeah, there we go. I gotta go softer. Okay. Alright. So we got our weather. Pretty vanilla. Much more vanilla than what we're used to. We're doing the Curly 3 arrival. Should be a lot of fun. So, here's what it looks like. We're going to go direct to HUXZI, and then right into the Curly. Yep. Nice. And today our taxi plans. We're going right down and let's see. Might as well just go runway 21. Let's just take Alpha to Alpha 1. Alpha 1. Perfect. Okay. All right. We will be going using our battery for the power up. So let's go ahead and go right to left. Let's get our pre-flight. We should have already done this before our pushback, but let's just go ahead and make sure everything is looking good. Down, in, off. Good. All the breakers are in. Norm, off. Good. Everything's looking good there. All right. All right, let's go high first. Make sure those are norm. Perfect. Oxygen. Yep. Let's go ahead and take a look really quick. Yeah, it's 18, about 1800 on the oxygen. Perfect. That's what we want. Alright, so emergency is at norm. Throttle's idle. Let's go full max, cut off. Good. Knobs are in, neutral on our trims. Flaps are indeed up. Good. Coming over here, making sure that our weather radar is off. Let's go ahead and hit the battery. Yep. We got our fuel quantities are checked and balanced. Okay, we're good. Let's go ahead and put on our pitot, install heat, just to warm them up. Okay, good. Fine. Let's just make sure our flaps are operational. And there they go. Good. Flaps back up. Okay, that's our pre-flight check. Let's go ahead and do our before start engine check. Okay. Alright, cabin doors. Let's go ahead and close this guy. Good. Parking brake is set. Confirmed. Seatbelts and harnessed, adjust and secure. All switches are off indeed. Ignition switch is to norm. Circuit breakers are all in. Fuel selector valves are on. Ventilation fans and air conditioning, they're all off. Good. Bleed air switch is down. And push in for the cabin heat. Fine, we're good there. Emergency power level again is normal. Power level is idle. RPM is max. Fuel condition lever is cut off. Fuel shut off knob is in. Good. Battery is on. Good. Nav light. Let's throw on the nav and the beacon. Non-smoking and seatbelt signs. We don't need them. Just Buster and me. Wing flaps handle. It's fine. It's up. Annunciator. Let's go ahead and check. Good. All lights. Fire detect. Awesome. Okay, let's go ahead and do the well, before starting engine checklist is complete. Let's go ahead and do the engine start battery only checklist. So the battery switch, yep, we're on. Beacon switch is on, confirmed. Bus volts is 24. We are good. Let me zoom in for you guys so you could see it for yourself. There's 20, there's 30, there's 24, so we're right in there. Emergency power level is to normal and normal. And the emergency power lever light should be off, which is right here, and it is indeed off. Propeller area is clear. Let's go ahead and put it down. Looking good. Buster, you want to clear us? Clear prompt. Okay, fuel boost needs to go on. So fuel boost is now on. So we see log pump on, oil pressure low, vacuum low, fuel select off, aux pump on. Okay, good. Starter switch. Now we go to start. We're going to be looking for. You see the ignition light is on. We're looking for a 12 on the NG. We're at 10. And we're at 12. Okay, we're going to go to low idle. ITT is spiking. Seeing ITT right here, about 900. And on its way down. Good. As soon as we get to 52 on the NG, we're going to go ahead and hit the starter switch to go off. Okay. So ignition light is now off. Generator, let's go ahead and reset. Good. Generator amps, let's see. Positive, good. Bat amps, negative to 0, good. Put it back to volt. And fuel boost back to off. And no more auxiliary pump on, so good. Light is now off. Oil pressure is looking good. Oil temps are good. Fuel flow is looking good. We have a good engine start. What? Interesting. Alright, let's go ahead and warm things up. Bleed heat on. Let's get over here. Get us up here. It's 43 degrees. Chilly. Alright, before taxi, let's go ahead and get the avionics on. Cabin heat. Yep, we got on. We want to see it starting to rise. On the ground. Pull. Flight. Push. Alright, interior lights, I think we're okay here, but let me just... Yeah. Whoops. Alright. Yeah, altimeter. Let's go ahead and get our altimeter in the groove here. So what were we? We were 3002. 3002. Can't see it. 3002. Okay. HSI's, or excuse me, vertical. I don't think we can change it. Oh yeah, there it is. There it is. Okay, that looks good. That is set. Remote compass, fine. Let's go ahead. Let's see, verify slave. Do that. Where is that? Oh yeah, right here. Good. Slave. Set avionics and GPS. So it's time to work our flight plan. Pretty simple. Now let's go ahead and set up Alright, let's go ahead and set up a key for that. Good. Oh, borrow. Let's go ahead and set this. So it was 3002. There we go. Okay. Perfect. Oh, Durango. $122.8. Well, that's simple. Okay. 122.8. Durango is 116.55. Let's put that into the VOR. Receiver. Let's get an ident on it. 55. Right? 55. Yep. There we go. 2. Okay, com 2. Set up our backup to Durango as well. CDI on this one, so we have it right here. Keep this at GPS. Alright, let's go ahead and get our flight plan in. KABQ. Let's go back up. And we're doing HUXZI, I believe it was. Yeah. HUXZI. And we're coming in on the arrival. Curly 3. Gup or Tanner? Interesting. Let's do Gup, and then, because we're going to do Curly 3 Curly, but let's just go Gup, and then we'll clear out. We'll clear out Gup. Now we're going straight to Curly. Nice. Should be it. Okay. Pretty good terrain picture. Let's go 20 miles here. Alright. As far as the... we're going straight to 19,000 feet. Is there a way to test the autopilot? I don't see it, but okay, let's just make sure that we got everything that we want set here. We got COM 1, we got COM 2, we've got nav 1, nav 2. We're all set. We got an ADF up here if we need it. Let's go ahead and get on our our transponders 2705 for today's flight. We are Vatsim, and this was the auto-generated transponder code. Let's do a quick check of... Yep. So basically 6690. 6690. Wow. 207. Alright, so we're going to take off at 207. So let's go ahead and get our runway heading. Bug. Set already. Wow, that's low. No. I figured I'd maybe try to drag it or something. Okay, 2007. It's our first track. 146. Let's go ahead and set this to 1. Whoa. 1. Okay, 146. That's our first track to HUXZI. Alright. So that's looking good. Let's go ahead and put us on flight plan here. Let's clear out, put the map up there. Altimeters are set. Our HSI is now set. Our backup, let's go ahead and put our backup. Let's go ahead and tune it to 146 out of the gate. Because we'll be going from the VOR to HUXZI at 146. So let's go ahead and put the radial in there. Okay. Alright, so that would seem like all of our avionics and GPS and autopilot is now set. Fuel tank selector valves, I guess they want us to check it one more time. Yep, they're on. They would definitely be on. I mean, we wouldn't be running the engines if they weren't. Okay. Well, I guess what they're trying to do, if we have an unequal fuel load, we could probably, while we're on the ground here, hit a certain fuel tank to drain it a little bit more to equalize, or at least bring it within 200 pounds on the difference. So I could see that. 67 degrees, so the cabin's coming up in warmth, which is good. Okay, let's go ahead. Transponder, yep, we're all set. Weather radar, let's get it to standby. Inertial separator, let's just keep it in. We don't need it right now. Taxi lights, let's go ahead and throw on our taxi lights. Where are they? Yep, there we go. And let's just make sure the ELT works. I should put that in there when we're testing the fire detection. Yep, so I'm going to do that, fire detect, and then we're going to do an ELT test. Perform. And the before start engine checklist. So I'm not seeing it anywhere else. We may see it on runup. I don't see it anywhere in the checklist, so that was a good add. Let's go ahead and add the ELT test. Good. Alright, so we've added that. Alright, taxi lights are on, confirmed. Let's go ahead and just release the parking brake. Tap our brakes, good. We're on good there. Low idle to beta. Guess that's beta right there. Okay. Test brakes and steering, yep. Check the flight instruments as we're going out. Let's go ahead and give them a call. Durango traffic, Express 1535 taxiing to runway 21 via Alpha 1. Durango. Look at that turn. Crazy turn. Left. Neutral, right, neutral, down, neutral, up, neutral, right, neutral, left, neutral. Good, flight controls all check out. Let me get this thing back up there. Thanks, but no thanks. How are we looking? Clear. Alright, right, Buster. I'm excited too. Nice job on the Durango Airport DVP Studios. Look at that mountains out there. Beautiful. Durango. Durango, Colorado. I'm going to pay a little more attention to the run-up this time. Just to do it. Here we go. Let's go ahead and pull over here. Shouldn't take us very long. Let's go ahead and hit the parking brake. Inertial separator. So let's go ahead and pull it out. Let's see, power level is to 400 foot-pounds. So we're at like, see, I'm going for the torque here. There's 400. Bus volts check. Yep, we're looking good. Inertial separator, pull. And I guess we're going to verify the torque drop. There's the torque drop. Verify torque increase if we put it back in. And there it goes back up. Okay. Inertial separator is all good. Overspeed governor check. Alright. Prop RPM max full forward. Yep. Max full forward. Overspeed governor test button. Yeah, I don't see it. Overspeed. Whoops. Not the cutoff. How nice is that? Did we just shut down? Did we just shut the airplane down? We certainly did. Another run-up fail. How nice is that? We actually shut down the airplane. Let's go ahead and get the airplane back on. Everything is on here, on here, on here. Let's shut things down that need to be shut down. Unbelievable. We're gonna have to shut down avionics as well. Unbelievable. Bus volts. Okay, there we are. 24. Emergency power lever, fine. We are where cut off. Prop area is clear. Yeah, it's clear. Fuel boost. Let's get the fuel boost on. Let's get the starter switch to start. We're rocking and rolling up here. Low idle. Oil pressure's looking good. Everything's looking good. ITT was a little hotter, obviously. Fuel flow. ITT's dropping. Past 52. Starter goes off. Drop to idle. We have a good engine start. Let's go ahead and flip our. Let's reset our generator. Turn our boost off. Hopefully everything's still in there. That was real fun. Okay, good. Routes are still in. All right, where were we? Good night. Overspeed governor. I don't see an overspeed governor. But let's just put this back in. I don't see an overspeed governor in. Button. We'll have to go take a look for that. I'm not going to waste much more time on that. So let's take a look at the standby power. Okay, standby alternator power on. Standby alternator power on. Generator amps. Verify around 30 amps. Well, the volts are almost 30. Alt amps to 0. Yep, they're 0. Generator switch trip. Alright. Standby. Generator light off. Verify on. Standby electric light on. Generations reset. Oh, trip. Okay, I tripped. Generator on. Standby electric on. Verify amp load has ink. Yes, it has. Okay. Bus volts, check and verify. Approximately 1 volt less than the generator. Yeah, it did. Interesting. Okay, now we're going to reset. Standby alternate power off. Okay, interesting. Manual electric, pitch trim, check and set, yoke trim switches. Push up. Down. Alright. Verify trim wheel pointer movement. It did. Verify movement stops. Verify pilot transfers, override co-pilot switches. Interesting. Alright, that's pretty detailed. Good stuff. Alright, let's do engine run checklist is complete. Let's do board 4 takeoff checklist complete before we screw anything else up. Parking brake is set. Non-smoking seatbelts on flight controls. Frame correct. We already did that. Flight instruments. Yeah, we're all set. We're good. Altimeters are all set. Pilot, autopilot. Yep, everything. The bugs are all set. Autopilot set in the window. Good stuff. Avionics and nav source are all set. Weather radar. Let's go ahead and get on. Fuel boost switch to norm, and it is. Fuel tank selector valves are both on. Quantity, let's just make sure. Yep, we're even. Fuel shutoff knob fully in. Yep, it's in. So you pull it, it's off. Push it, it's in. Elevator trim. Let's go ahead and push it up. I don't want to just fly right off the runway. Let's go ahead and do that. Ignition switch as required. Inertial separator we don't need. We don't need the ignition. We have good weather. Ice protection. Let's go ahead and just. It's cold out there, so let's just put the static heat and the stall warning heat on. That's good. Wing flaps, let's go ahead and get us 10 degrees, somewhere like there. Good. Windows are closed. Cabin heat mixing, flight and push. Okay, fine. We're push. We're 67 degrees in here. It's fine. Condition level, let's not turn it off. Thank you, Lord. Annunciator lights, check. Good. Alright. Transponder. We're alt. We're doing altitude. Good. Strobe lights. They are now on. Landing lights are now on. Let's go. Let's go. Let's get out of here. Let's go. Durango traffic, Express 1535 lining up for runway 21. Durango. Okay, Buster, this is what we're going to do. Let's see. Hold on here. Yeah, we're going to rotate around 70. Climb out at around 70, accelerate to 110, flaps up at 85 and 95. There's 2-1, so we got the right runway. Things are looking up, Buster. Prop max. Okay, so got to get it right here. We're gonna do 1900 on the RPM, and the torque is gonna be 1865. So probably set the torque to around 17 to 18, and then I think once we get rolling, that torque is going to increase around 10%. I think it was. Yeah. So it could be about 180. So I want to go probably around 17. Set it to 17. Props are already high. So high idle. We're good. So we're going to advance the prop lever to 19 RPM. Okay. But we want to make sure that our torque, we don't over torque things. Alright. Ready, Buster? Yeah, I hear you. Let's do it. Interesting. Let's go ahead and set the torque. Let's see it increase. Brakes are off. There, yeah, there's the torque is increasing. Interesting. Airspeed's alive. Oh, look at that torque now. It's 18. Airspeed is definitely alive. Wow, 19. Wow, so it really does, the torque does speed up. Okay, we're almost to 80. Alright, let's go. Gotta rotate. Alright, I like it. Flaps up at 85. First flap. And then the next flap comes up at 95. We are there. All flaps are up. Turn off our taxi light. Should have made a call. Durango traffic. Express 1535 is departing runway 21 to the south. Durango. Alright, so we're climbing out at 90. Yeah, that's about right. Let's go ahead and get our trim because if I drop it here. Just keep it the way it is. Let's go ahead and begin a left turn. flaps are up. Let's verify that. Yep, all the flaps are up. We're gonna get this trim right. Taxi lights are off, landing lights are still on, which is fine. Inertial separators and ice protection are fine. Everything's looking good. We'll get the oxygen on pretty soon here. But I want to trim this thing to right about here. Interesting. Like no amount of trim. I can't wait to see the autopilot trim this guy up. Okay, we're on course here. Let's go ahead and put on the autopilot. Vertical speed. It's got there. Let's go ahead and hit the nav. Speed's at 1,000. So vertical speed is armed, or vertical speed is going. Alt is armed until we get up to 19. Let me see. Shit, does it give me an idea to push? Let me let the stick go and see what happens here. Okay. So far, so good, Buster. Alright, we're over 10,000 feet, so let's go ahead and get our landing lights off. You can see, look at that. See how the landing lights... It's interesting. Alright, we're climbing out. So, power maximum climb torque, prop lever to 19. Oh, we're right at 19. Climb speed. Let's see, we're about 95. So I think that's about right. Could be a little faster. Prop lever for normal cruise climb. 12,000 feet. Let's go ahead and get the oxygen on. Alright, we were off 5 minutes ago. -7. Outside. Trying to go to 19. Flight level 190. Might be too ambitious. We're gonna try it. Yeah, flight planning had us there. Top of climb is supposed to be in 30 minutes. Interesting. So top of climb is supposed to be in 30 minutes. And we've already been in flight. HUXZI is supposed to be in 33 minutes. Yeah, so we'll see when we get there. See what the curly 3 looks like. See if there's any restrictions. turbojets are expected to cross at 15,000 feet at Curly 3. Expect vectors to final approach course once we pass Curly. Okay. From over Curly, we're going to be flying in on the 316 radial to Albuquerque VOR. You can see here. It's kind of interesting. There we go. Alright, let's go ahead and dial in the Albuquerque. Let's just see if we can find it for one. Okay. Let's go ahead and push down a little bit. Our rate of climb is too much. So let's go 800. Let's try 500. 600. Let's do 600. That should help us. One 4,000. Very interesting. ITT's over almost 700. It's almost begging us to pull back to throttle. NG, I mean, we're way up there, 90 plus. We're gonna want to sustain that climb. Climb checklist again. Flaps are up, taxi lights are off, landing lights are off, inertial separator is in, ice protection. Don't need that, but we do keep on the pitot heat, static heat, and the stall heat on. So those two things are on. Let's go here. Yeah, the battery's on. Boost is the norm. Wish I got norm or off. Starter is to off, ignition is to norm, standby alternator power is on. Okay, no annunciator lights. We're at 17 on the torque, still around 19 on the RPM on the prop. ITT, we're in the green at 700. Oil pressure is good, temp is good, fuel flow is good, I guess. Not sure what's a good fuel flow. Obviously we're climbing. We've got about 300 feet left to go. Let's get our look set. That's bugging me. I know, it's bad humor, huh? we are picking up Albuquerque. Albuquerque is around. You want to bear to it. Fly by where we're bearing now. We're 100 now. We're going at 17,000 feet. So, yeah, so we're climbing at a good clip. 600 foot a minute, 700 foot a minute. It's about right in this aircraft. Let's see. So the cabin doesn't do anything. So the cabin light must be up here. Back there. Ah, those are the cabin lights back there. The right hand. Got it. Flood. Interesting. Alright, so flood's this. Alright, we're at flight level 180. It's time to go to standard pressure. Standard pressure. Oh yeah, there you are, Buster. You're 1,000 foot too late. We're a whopping 2.7 hours in this airplane, and it shows. Level out at flight level 190. I'm thrilled that we actually made it up this high. With as big of a load that we have, I mean, we're practically full capacity. I mean, our fuel's going down, which is helping us. So we started out at 900 pounds. We're at 721 right now. What are we supposed to be at HUXZI? $651. Top of climb. Here we go. Here we go. Top of climb. Alt is armed. And here we go. Ooh, the barrow. Let's reset the barrow. There we go. Flight level 190, folks. Awesome. Look at the cabin tip. It's holding strong, man. It's good stuff. Alright. So we turn off the engine. That was really cool. On run up. I wonder what all those things are. Are they wind? Are they like supposed to be like for wind? Can't see. I don't think they're houses. some clouds coming up. We did not see that in the forecast. I mean, we saw broken at 095. Approaching VNAV profile? Don't think so. But that is a good reminder for us. It is a very good reminder for us. Let's pull this back. Let's go ahead and take a look at the weather. Let's go ahead and get our approaches going. Okay, landing runway 8, really? Yep. 070, so landing runway 8. We're all in for runway 8 for sure. That's going to be really easy for us. Coming from the northwest. Go ahead and just do the standard ILS. Let's do it. Coming in from the Albuquerque. Perfect. Mandatory 9,000. I wonder which one we're going to be able to come in on. So we got to be down 7,200 by Jalab. So we're at 19 right now. So let's just say 7,000 feet. 18, right? So 12,000 times. We're gonna do 3,000 foot a minute, or 1,000 foot a minute on our descent. Not sure. Top of descent for a 800 foot per minute. Yeah, multiplied by 4. Yep. So let's just call it 50 miles. We're trying to do an 800 foot per minute. So 50 miles out, we need to begin our descent. Alright, we're going in for runway 8. Let's go ahead and hold that thought. Let's do a cruise checklist. Yep, inertial separator, we're good. Ice protection, we are coming up against some precip here, and what is the outside air temp? -24. It's almost too cold. But, we'll keep an eye on it. There's snow down there. Bleed heat. Yeah, we gotta have bleed heats on. We got a good 68 degrees in the cabin. Non-smoking. Fine. We don't need those lights. Oxygen is on. Fuel balance. How are we doing? Fuel is balanced. It's looking good. Cruise power. Do not exceed ITT, NG, or TQ. Torque limits. Alright, so we're pretty high. So maximum cruise, let's do 1750 on the RPM. 1750 on the RPM. See if we pull this back. I'm curious if we start pulling it back, what happens to the torque? Interesting. Alright, so let's go to torque, 1225. And then let's lower the prop to 1750. Tells me I should have, let's see. Prop is 1750. Our fuel flow, where is that? Oh, it's gone down. Awesome. So we're much more economy-like. Good. So we're at 12, basically 12. 17 and a half. Okay. And our fuel flows about 2.7, which is, or yeah, 270, which is great. So now we're going to go ahead and conserve fuel. Nice. We're coming up to HUXZI. All right. Yeah. There we go. So do not exceed ITT. The ITT going on? Yeah, ITT is now under 700, so we're treating the engine right. Good. NG limits, about 88, 84. NG. And torque. Yeah. Good about that. I think cruise checklist is now complete, Buster, and that is our favorite part. I know. So Albuquerque, we're 73 miles away from Albuquerque. VNAV. Well, first let's set our procedure. We're on our approach. Doing ILS 8. Ah, darn it. Let's go ahead and put vectors. Yep, G-Lab is in. Good. Let's see what we got. G-Lab, good. Albuquerque to G-Lab. Perfect. That's exactly what we want. Okay, here we go. Got about 350, I would think. 350 and 350. I mean, we're like 700. Oh, 650. 650. And at HUXZI we're supposed to be... $650. Money. 33 minutes into HUXZI. 28.5, so we are a little ahead of schedule. Oh, 101.9er is going to be our, there it is, ILS. It's already put in, so we have to go to VLOC. Once we get in, we're already VLOC here, but let's go ahead and keep this up. We'll go back, can't forget, just want to see where we are in relation to Albuquerque. Inbound to Curly, and then we'll be inbound to Albuquerque. I know that's not quite the approach. But we're just going to vector ourselves in to Albuquerque, which actually we're just going to fly direct to Albuquerque. Probably be, you can see 8,000 coming in, 9,000 out here, and then 8,000 coming in to Albuquerque. So we're really going to want to go to 8,000. Let's see. Yeah. And then we're going to descend to 7,200. So we want to be at 8,000 at Albuquerque. So let's go ahead and set our VNAV profile. Good. 12 minutes. So let's go ahead and replace the field up there. And let's replace it with vertical speed required. So once we get to 800, that's when we begin our descent. Ground speed's 149. How are we looking on our ground speed? I thought we were supposed to be a tad faster. 162, 165. So we're going to probably be slowing down. What's going on here? go ahead and take a look at our true airspeed. Sorry guys, I did not do the iFly. Fly live. We're just wrecked today. Alright, there we go. Alright, poor choice of words. I'll give you that. Alright, we want to see where our true airspeed is, right? So, here looks like to be an inner knob, so we're 1.9. Okay, how cold is it out? -24 Celsius. So let's just say -25. So here we go. You can see at the top here, 0, 0, -15, -30. So let's 20, 25, 30. So let's just go to that little tick by the arrow. We're going to put 190 on it. So if we were at flight level 200, we just go like that. But we're at 19. Okay. Is that where we do it? Is that where we put it? That's where I thought we would put it. Altitude. Oh, here we go. Sorry. Wrong thing. Okay, this is our pressure altitude. So we're at standard pressure right now at 19. We're putting our, so here's 20. So let's guess that around. There's 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Okay, so kind of draw this line all the way down. Our true airspeed is about 168. 168, because that's 170 right there. It's about 168. True airspeed 168. Far cry from the 240 that we're using at with the Baron. Interesting. So I would imagine we're going to start taking a little longer on our flight plan. So Curly, we're supposed to be at 48 minutes into Curly. So it says we're going to be there at 11. We're at 36 right now. So that's 47 on Curly. We're supposed to be there at 48. So you can see we're really peeling back time. But that's okay. Just so the fuel is looking good. We'll be at 575. We'll burn to 326 already. It's good. We do have quite a bit of clouds coming up here. I do like flying this one. A little simpler than the Baron, but I do like it. Okay, so we're 50 miles out, so it's time to do our descent. Even though this guy is saying let's go ahead and see. flight plan. Albuquerque is 50. And we gotta go, oh, 8,000. It's 11 times 4 is 44 miles out. So it's 44 miles out. 4 more miles. But it's also computing our ground speed. Do we trust? 5 minutes, man. All right. Stick with it. So we're getting into clouds a little bit, huh? Tell you what, guys, we're gonna go ahead and we got 8,000. We got 11 times 4 is 44 miles. We're 44 miles away from Albuquerque right now. It's saying that we've got more time, and I'm not gonna do that. We're gonna go ahead and begin our descent, Buster. So separator's fine. We're gonna end up going through some precip here. So let's just go ahead and some. Well, let's see here. Is there any guidance on icing? Let's see. Visible moisture 5 degrees Celsius or less. So the pitot-static install heat on when OAT is 5 degrees Celsius or less. Airframe. So the ES and prop de-ice on before entering icing conditions. Inertial separator to bypass before entering icing conditions. Just not so sure this is icing, but anyhow. Ignition on when flying in icing conditions. Alright, the only thing we're not going to do right now is the bypass. I think it's too cold, but we'll see. Nice 24. We shall see when we get into the clouds. Bleed heat, oxygen on, no smoking seatbelts, fine. Landing lights, descent profile. So the prop goes back to 19. Descent. Alright, let's go ahead and set it to 8,000. And let's go. Good. That's it. There we go. Push our prop in. Okay, props in the 19, descent speed 140 indicated. There we go, 140 indicated above 16,000, and then 160 indicated below 16,000. Power as required to maintain 800 foot per minute. Torque back a little bit. Yep, we've already begun our descent. You can see how it quickly jumped to 800. So let's go 900 now. So we're coming in on curly. Alright, we're now below flight level 180, so now let's go to standard pressure, or excuse me, local pressure, which now it is 3003. 3003, RO. Weather's like. Alright, so 050, 13 gust to 29. View at 6,000, broken at 9,500. Peak winds are 080, so straight down the pike. Okay. I like it. .9. Okay, we are at 14,500. We're going pretty quick. Let's lower the torque. Oh no, 160, that was right. Below, yeah, below 16,000, 160 indicated is okay, so let's increase the torque back. Okay, we're inbound to Albuquerque. Curly, we passed Curly. Let's see where we're on the pounds. Yeah, we're good on fuel. 48 minutes. Good. Albuquerque, we should be 9 minutes after that. Good. 57, 531. Okay, good. Need to be at 8,000 feet. 6 minutes. This is getting a little bit worse. 3,000 foot a minute. So that will get us right where we should be. Alright, we're 17 miles away from, let's see, what are we on for the airfield? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, about 20 miles away. What's Albuquerque? I think it's 120. Albuquerque traffic. Express 1535 is 20 miles to the northwest at 1,000 feet inbound for the ILS runway 8, Albuquerque. Okay, we're out of the precip, so let's go ahead, or any moisture I should say. Why are the strobes? Well, these are smoking. Seatbelts, cabin, that's fine. All those are off, which is good. Okay, we're coming in. Okay, let's go ahead and get our instrument checklist, or excuse me, instrument approach, ILS approach. Okay, so landing lights, let's get them on as soon as we go below. 1,000 inertial separator, we don't need. Ice protection, we don't need. Bleed tire, we don't need. We're fine, we'll just leave it as it is. Can I leave it on? Yeah. Fuel selectors, both on, which is good. Fuel balance is good. RPM levers, it's full max. Good. Airspeed 150 indicated. Glide scope intercept, start descending, flaps 10 degrees. 3 miles out, 1 mile out. Okay. Seems pretty simple. Flaps 10, 3 miles out, flaps full, 1 mile out. Prop lever full max. Lower the torque a little bit more to get to 150. Go to, well, not quite yet. We'll go to VLOC in a bit. Let's go ahead and tag us in at 79. Let's go ahead and turn us in. There's 79 right there. Good. 3 miles to Albuquerque. Leveling off. Okay. Altus. Caught. That's good. That's good. It's clear. Let's go ahead and here. Let's go activate approach. Let's get to 7,200 feet. Keep it coming. Intercept right now. How far away are we? G-Lab. Oh, it's quick. For 8 miles. Albuquerque traffic, Express 1535 is established on the ILS runway 8, approximately 8 miles from the threshold, Albuquerque. So, glide scope intercept. We'll go ahead and hit our flaps, reduce speed to 125. Go ahead and put a little more power. We've leveled off. We should hit glide scope right now. Okay, glide scope is armed, so we should still keep going. Good. Let's go ahead and get 10 degrees of flaps in. Oh, let's get our landing lights. Taxi lights. Good. Here we go. slope. What does this look like? Should have done that earlier. Climb to 5,800. Let's go ahead and set this to 5,800. Alright, keep coming because we're already $55.27. $55.27 is our decision altitude. Let's go ahead and just pull out the power. Albuquerque Traffic Express 1535, short final for runway 8. Albuquerque. My airplane. Up. There's a good braking point right up here. Good spot to get off. Maybe. Go to the next one. Alpha 7. Very nice. Albuquerque Traffic Express 1535 vacated runway 8 off of Alpha 7, taxiing to Apron E. Apron E via Alpha Mike 3. Actually, let's change it up. Okay, let's clean up and then we'll change up our taxi instructions. Okay, let's go ahead and get the ignition off. Alright, strobe lights off. Taxi lights off. Taxi lights on. Keep them on. Landing lights off on that. Here we go. We no longer need this panic heat, pitot heat. Good. Wing flaps. Flaps are up. Separator. Ice protection is off. Standby power switch is off. Fuel condition levered. Low IO. Whew. Weather radar off. Okay, weather radar is off. Transponder Leave it on since we're still on Vatsim. Okay, let's see, does that all make sense? Ground, pull, we want kind of some heat, we'll pull it. What else makes sense here? Fuel boost pump. Ignition should be norm. Okay, that looks all good. Alright, let's go ahead and taxi. Albuquerque traffic, express 1535 taxiing to the air freight apron via Alpha Charlie, crossing runway 8 at Charlie, and crossing runway 12 at Charlie, and Foxtrot 2, Albuquerque. Okay, let's take this to Charlie. What do you think, Buster? Yeah, that was pretty good too. So I think we do have Albuquerque, right? It's UNM Lobo. Yeah, UNM Lobo. Appreciate your contribution to flightsim.to. Pretty cool. Fuel 487. Okay. Yeah, that's about right. Pretty good. Delta, okay, now Delta, should be A4, Alpha 4 coming up, and then Charlie. There. Albuquerque traffic, express 1535 crossing runway 8 at Charlie. Albuquerque. Albuquerque traffic, Express 1535, crossing runway 12 at Charlie, Albuquerque. Foxtrot. Oh, that's nice. I like the marking on the runway, or on the taxiway. It's really good. Yeah, did a really nice job on the taxiways. UNM Lobo. Good job. And then here we are on the freight side. Getting there to the freight side. Doing Foxtrot 2. This is Foxtrot up here. Or Foxtrot 1, I should say. Yeah, Foxtrot 1. And then we'll go to Foxtrot 2. We'll park in the freight area. Pick out our own special spot. Oh, special spot. Freight containers. It's a cool idea. What we got up here? Yeah, big airplanes right there. For us, I'm thinking this might be for our size. Maybe. Let's go up here. Alright, here we go. Let's go ahead and get our avionics off. That's good. Oh, that was not true. Oh. Get the avionics back on. Okay. So, parking brake is set. Bleed air off. Bam. Ground in. Power lever to idle. Is idle. ITT is stabilized. Prop to feather. And then condition lever to cut off. Lights. As soon as this bad boy goes, then we'll do it. Fuel boost to off. Avionics switches are now off. Battery switch is off. Control lock install. Oxygen supply. Well, we already put it off. Fuel tank selectors off. that's how we do that, guys. We're back. We're in Albuquerque. Yeah, we are in Albuquerque. And so, man, that was a lot of fun. Anyway, yeah, we're just learning. We're learning. Oh my gosh, we're learning. You know, we're vulnerable making these things, right? You know, how stupid we are, right? 3.6 hours is what we got in here. So we're learning, Buster and I, trying to do our day job, you know, in the express cargo, doing the route from Durango to Albuquerque. We'll be going back to Durango at some point. Join us when we go back to Durango. A lot of fun. And, you know, and then maybe we'll take a jump seat and pick up somewhere else. But we want to get used to this flight and get used to what we're doing. We did take it up to flight 190 today, which was great. I thought it was a good move that we started to descend earlier than our vertical, our VNAV profile calculated. So I thought that was good. Yeah, kind of. Yeah, I thought we hit everything good on the ILS. Armed everything well. You know, had it in the VLOC. I mean, I thought everything was stable on the way down. Don't have a good feel yet for power settings, flaps, all that good stuff. But you know, fortunately for us, it's a lot easier to fly. It does want to float when we put the flaps down, kind of like a Cessna does. But no, it really stable on landing there. I mean, we had winds were, you know, 15 gusting to 25, so extremely stable. Coming in here to Albuquerque, at least they were right straight down the pike. In Albuquerque, we have 3 runways to choose from, so that was a good deal. Anyway, shout out to UNM Lobo for the flightsim.to scenery here at Albuquerque. So you guys can go download it and pop it in your community folder. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the flight. If you liked this content, we are trying to record all of our express air flights and pop them into YouTube. And so if you like that, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We also have a whole bunch of other things on the Baron and on the Coronado PA-44 Seminole. Anyway, we're trying to get to 50 subscribers. Why? Well, we just made that number up. If we get to 50, we're going to go ahead and get a livery for the Baron and put Buster's logo. We'll do the Fly Dog logo up on the tail. Have a good time. We got a guy for that. Sits in Southampton, UK, who can do the livery, and he's chomping at the bit to do it for us. But we said, no, we're going to wait until we get 50 subscribers, and then we'll do it for the Baron. Baron, I think we're on our 9th or 10th flight so far on the Baron. So we got quite a few more hours than Baron, than quite a few. I say that we're still short in the tooth. Is it how they put it? We are definitely newbies at the Baron. I think we got about 16 hours in it, but that is very new. So yeah. So, but we are enjoying the Baron and enjoying this Caravan, both from the Just Flight, Black Square, Steam, Analog aircraft. Love them. So these are fantastic aircraft. So anyway, guys, until next time, clear skies and warm tailwinds, and Buster